Is there something culturally that you're like overhearing on the ground, or some of the maybe like circles you're in or people you follow on Twitter
Mm-hmm.
that you think will pick up like nationally and become more of
Mm-hmm.
a trend or something bigger?
Mm-hmm. So there's two things that I thought about. One is a little weird, but something that I've been talking about with my friends and a few colleagues, and I think it's safe to say that gay culture is now mainstream culture.
Gay culture is mainstream culture.
Yeah, and um, even like last week, I don't know if you saw this, but one of the former bachelors, Colton Underwood, came out as gay,
Okay.
and it really just didn't make that many waves in kind of the uh, yeah in the social spheres, and also I feel um, like gay sassy Instagram celebrities, like
Mhm.
everyone likes them. It's not just females anymore.
Yeah.
It's it's masculine males who can not only relate but enjoy that type of content and that type of
Mhm.
media. One of my good friends, not good friends, but one of my friends in New York, he is now like this huge Instagram celebrity. He's called Slutty Puffin, and he just comments on like the Oscars and different TV shows and just kind of his life. And yeah, he's this very flamboyant gay guy, but appeals to a wider audience. And it's
Yeah.
just not as taboo as it once was, right?
Mhm.
And I think there's a lot of reasons for that, but you're starting to see it come into mainstream culture. I'd say even more now, and with the rise of transgender and all these even more niche movements. Like being gay, being lesbian, being bi, it just doesn't turn as many heads anymore, right? It's not as
Yeah.
progressive. Um, and I was listening to a podcast last week. Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers. Bowen's on SNL, and one of his best friends, Matt, they had this podcast called Las Culturistas, and they kind of said a similar anecdote
Okay.
about how they're just like, oh, like we're just gay, but like that doesn't like really mean anything anymore, right?
Yeah.
The kind of stereotypical gay person that was on like a Glee type of show like 5-7 years ago, that's just kind of like baseline these days.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing. I think that shows we're progressing. I think people are more open-minded, and now we're seeing a lot of like the taboo conversations are moving to transgender, which it seems like those conversations are eerily similar to what we were talking about with the gay community
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I think it's going to follow a similar path. We just don't know we're scared of what we don't know and what we don't
Yeah.
understand. And a lot of people don't know and don't understand the transgender movement. I mean, me personally, I'm still trying to understand and wrap my head around it, but I I feel and see a lot of similarities to um, to gay culture and to gay America. And I think it's going to follow a similar trajectory. But I think it's great because I was raised in a dominantly like female household who loves theater and thespians and gay culture, and I've just always gravitated um, towards that and to that humor, whether it was the Birdcage with Robin Williams or um, more recently with like Schitt's Creek. Like the main character on that, he identifies as, I think, pansexual. So basically, I think his famous quote in Schitt's Creek is he likes the wine, not the label. And he Dan Levy is gay, and he just did this movie like Happiest Season with Kristen Stewart, who's bisexual. Kate McKinnon, I'm a huge fan of. She's gay on SNL. Bowen Yang is also an SNL guy who's also gay, and it just I just feel like gay culture is now mainstream, and I love it. And I think we're all here for it. I think everyone's a little gay, and embracing their gayness is a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.